Beginning its journey on 18 February, NASA's Perseverance rover landed on the Jezero crater of Mars. Soon after its landing, it has been doing much work to study the rocks and check out the habitable environment on the red planet. The journey on Mars is continued, but let's have a look on what it has mainly discovered since it has been landed on the Martian surface. So, stay tuned with us to know more about what Perseverance has discovered so far on Mars. The Mars Perseverance rover touched down at Jezero crater and began its exploration with its various onboard instruments. Just after a few days, the rover recorded the sound of Martian winds and sent it back to the Earth. But with the landing on Red Planet, it has also been a great success for the Human Exploration Project, who are seeking to send human to other planets and to make human multiplanetary. After this, it stayed at its landing site and started to capture some of the magnificent rocks that have been the main geological component on Mars. With slight movement of its onboard navigation cameras, it continued snapping the Martian surface, and on 24 February, it gave a high 360-degree panorama view of its landing site. The rocks that have been identified are very much similar to the rocks on the Earth, but they have been buried deep in the soil of red planets, which shows that there might be some volcanic or other geological activities that have made the rocks to be cracked and buried in the soil. On March 4, 2021, Perseverance rover performed its first drive on Mars, traveling about 6.5 meters across the Martian landscape. The drive lasted about 33 minutes, helped the rover to move forward from its landing site to a new temporary parking site. While it was capturing the images of the red planets, it also started to deploy Ingenuity, which is the first helicopter to fly in the Martian skies. On April 3, 2021, the 4-pound weighing Mars Ingenuity helicopter got deployed from the rover and landed on the surface of the Mars. The temperature on the Jezero crater can be as low as -130 degrees, and there were speculations that the electrical components and the onboard batteries required for flight may get damaged during its first night on the red planet. But hopefully it survived the extremely low temperature and gave the scientist a hope for its first flight in the Martian sky. As the weather plays a major role in our daily plans, the weather on the Mars was also important to be analyzed. This was done by the rover's Mars Environmental Dynamic Analyzer MEDA system. The system records data, whether the rover is awake or not, both in day and night. The MEDA detected a temperature of -22 degrees Celsius and low of -83 degrees Celsius in Jezero crater on the 43rd and 44th Martian days, or sols. By comparing the weather reports of MEDA with Curiosity and NASA's InSight lander, it can provide information about the Martian weather patterns, events, and atmospheric turbulence that could influence planning for future missions. On April 20th, the 60 Martian Sol, the rover's Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment instrument analyzer, converted the carbon dioxide into oxygen from the Martian atmosphere. This discovery could pave the way for science fiction to become science fact. That can help to power rockets that could lift astronauts off the planet's surface. During this period, Ingenuity attempted 4 historic flights in the Martian skies. While the Perseverance, using its onboard Watson camera, took image of the rocks that once had dried lake. This cliff, named as Santa Cruz, is a hill about 2.5 kilometers away from the rover. While it's not just the end, the Perseverance have to drill the Martian soil, collect the soil samples, and hover across the Jezero crater to explore more environmental conditions that can support life on Mars or not. Because the key objective of the Perseverance's mission on Mars is astrobiology, including the search for signs of ancient microbial life. So the journey of Mars exploration is continued yet.